Welcome back to the final module of 5K and PJs. It's been a long 90 days, I'm sure, trying to learn everything, apply everything, and really figure out the flow of your business. It is my hope that my dog Lola, as always. As I was saying, it is my hope that during this course you learn how to really start to think more like a business owner and not just like the creative or the creator that you are. You see, the problem with a lot of online business owners is that they're not marketers, they're not business people, right? You're good at what you're good at. You're good at training, you're good at cooking, you're good at blogging, you're good at creating. But all that business stuff, it's not for you, right? It's not something that you grew up learning. It's not something that was taught in school, and it's quite frankly hidden behind a lot of 6-7 figure coaches, right? Like they want to charge you $447 a session or whatever to learn these things. So it's my hope that during the last 90 days you were really able to learn some valuable information for your business that you can apply forever and ever and ever, regardless of what path you decide to go down. On this last module, I'm going to talk about the 5 sales strategies that you need to make more money in your business. As I said, this month is all about scaling. It's all about figuring out how to make more money and become more efficient with sales. So we're going to talk a lot about what it is that you need to do and say, whether you are on a phone consultation or on a phone call with somebody and you're trying to close them, or if you are writing a caption for Instagram or posting on Facebook, or if it's just writing out your sales page. These are 5 elements that you can use, 5 strategies within sales that you can employ to close the deal. The first thing that you want to research further is consultative sales. And what consultative sales is you not just selling something to someone, you're selling something based on a need. So while you're on the phone with them, while you're on your lives, while you're, getting comments on your blog post, whatever it is, your audience is going to be telling you what it is that they need. And it's your job to take that and regurgitate it back to them on your sales page, in your copy, and in your post. So, for example, if I'm talking to a business owner on the phone, which this is something that I did throughout my career in corporate America. But let's say that I'm talking to somebody on the phone and they tell me, my pain point is, or my struggle is time, or my struggle is this, or my struggle is that. Me, as a good salesperson, I'm going to take whatever it is I'm selling and I'm going to spin it to fit the need of what they just told me. So if they just told me that their struggle is time, what I'm going to tell them is, my product is going to help you save so much time, and here's why. You're not going to have to do this. It's going to be a shortcut for that. It's going to eliminate this. I'm going to speak to the need that they just told me about because I want to showcase that what I'm selling them is a good fit to solve their problem, right? And that's the problem. We always forget about what it is that the person on the other side, on the other line, looking at that screen is in search of. So it's very important for you to listen, whether it's physically on the phone or listen, whether it's digitally, reading comments and interacting with your audience. So you are in a form of consultative sales. So you're in a form of what you're selling them is what they told you that they need, right? I can sell a product 20 different ways to 20 different people based on what they told me that they needed. I'll give you another example. If someone is selling a planner, right? If you're talking to or targeting a mom, you might say, this planner is going to help you get organized so you stop dropping the ball with your kids. You told me that you are constantly taking your son to soccer practice late. You said that you missed little Katie's ballet recital. You said that you forgot to make lunch for little Timmy's field trip, right? So this planner is going to help you stay organized. That's going to be very different than if somebody tells me, hey, you know what? I'm just not really into technology. I don't like to do my planning and my project management online. I really want a pen and paper to do that planning. So if I'm selling and positioning my planner I'm going to do it in a very different way than what I did for the mom. I'm going to say, you know what? I totally feel you. Having pen and paper is so great because you can take it anywhere. You retain things better because you're actually writing them down. In the planner, there's space to write X, Y, Z. We make sure that we give you places to organize this and that. You know, it's lightweight, so it's not going to be super heavy if it's in your purse. You can take it on the go, yada, 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 right? So that's going to be a different selling point because the audience is different. The person is looking for something different. Same planner, but I'm positioning it differently. And that's how we have to start thinking about. Over the last 2 modules, I've really stressed starting to think like a business owner because it's important. Once you leave this program, once you leave my coaching program, there is not going to be somebody to hold your hand along the way. You have to start thinking like this so that way you can continue to succeed beyond the coaching program. I don't want you to come back into my coaching program. I don't want you to stay in my coaching program for 10,000 years. My goal is to give you the tools to help you think differently so you can start acting differently and put yourself in a position to win. So, outside of that aside, let's move on to the next thing. So, the 5 sales strategies that you need to employ after you've mastered the consultative sales approach are these: utility, curiosity, scarcity, urgency, and social proof. I'll say that again. Utility, curiosity, scarcity, urgency, and social proof. The first thing that you need to wonder is, am I utilizing utility in my copy? Marketing copy can be, like I said, anything from a caption on Instagram to a post on Facebook to an email that you write in your email funnel to your actual sales page, right? All of these words, all of this copy is created to persuade somebody to do something. Whether that's you want to persuade them to come to your website, to read your blog post, to buy your product or your service. Marketing copy is simply persuasive writing that gets people, or the goal is to get people to take an action. So that copy needs to really have utility and really show people why they need that value. Right? Why they need this in their life. How is it going to be valuable to them and how are they going to use it? What is the utility of the product or the service? If I'm doing a copywriting service, the utility is you're going to save yourself time and energy and get this done in 3 days instead of trying to figure it out for 2 months. If I'm selling a pen, the utility is you're going to be able to write down XYZ. Right? That's the utility. How are you actually going to use this? What value is it going to add to your life? When it comes to curiosity, you're going to want to talk about what is it that is going to excite people, right? What is going to entice them to want to try something? And usually that comes in the form of like a trial or a sample. You spark people's curiosity by having mock-ups on your sales pages and letting people see a little bit of what they can get, about what's, behind the door if they choose to purchase, showing them other people's results and getting them curious to see if they can get those results for themselves, right? So piquing people's curiosity and getting them interested is all about giving them a taste of something that they currently don't have, right? That's why a sample and a trial is so popular in beauty products. It's because you give them a taste of something and it works so well for them that they have to go and get the full-size product. They have to go and buy the product because they can't live without it, right? They were curious to try, but now they want to be a customer. Right? They see a mock-up or, you write a proposal for them and now they get curious as to what their business could be like if they had this, right? What their body could be like if they invested in this, right? So you have to start to paint the picture for them and get them curious and excited about what it is that you are selling. The next thing is scarcity. So nobody is going to be excited or be driven to buy something that they know is readily available for everyone. Scarcity usually is shown on captions and sales pages and things like that. In terms of amount, right? I'm only taking 10 spots. We only have 100 seats for the webinar. I'm only going to release 5 of these. This is a limited edition collection, right? All of those words are triggering in your mind that there is a limited supply, that there is a scarcity around this product or service. So I need to hurry up and buy so that I can get in, right? It's also that fear of missing out, that, oh, only 50 spots left, oh, only 10 spots left. I only have 1 spot left this month. I only take on 4 coaching clients per month. I only accept 5 people a month into my group coaching, right? That kind of scarcity starts to get people to move quicker and to take action because they don't want to get left behind. So this is another strategy that you can employ when you're selling something. And it doesn't have to be a product. It can also be a service. So for my profit process service, where I write email funnels and sales pages, I only take on a certain amount of clients per month. So when people are coming onto my sales page, they're naturally going to pull the trigger a lot faster because they want to secure one of those spots, right? So a lot of the things that I do within my business, especially in the way that I sell my products, is intentional because I want to move people to take the action, all right? So let's say that, you have utility, you have curiosity, you have scarcity. Now, the biggest thing that you need to have is a sense of urgency. And I alluded to that in the last point, but this is the key. Nobody is going to buy something unless they have a reason to buy it now, right? Unless there is a need for it right now. So a good way to create urgency is to have a time limit. That's why people run flash sales, 24-hour sales, free shipping for the first 20 people, free gift for the first 5 people to sign up. All of these things are strategies to create urgency, to get people to, again, not want to get left out, to have that fear of missing out. But you also want to think about the urgency of the actual product and service itself. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you are locked up in jail, right? You're locked up in jail. You got the cuffs on you, right? You're sitting in the cell. You're going to do whatever it takes to get bail money, right? You're going to do whatever it takes to get bail money. It doesn't matter who you need to call, who you need to borrow from, what it is that you need to do, what mountains you need to move. You have a sense of urgency that you want to get the hell out of there, and you're going to do whatever it takes to get that bail money, right? Now, if you talk to somebody about saving for their child's college fund, and they don't even have a child yet, or their child is 1 year old, that doesn't really have any sense of urgency because it's not pressing on them, right? It's not urgent. It's not immediate. There's no reason for me to do that now. So you might find that getting somebody to do whatever it takes to start a college fund is not going to inspire the same kind of action like being in a tough situation and needing bail money, right? And this is like a very bizarre example, but I wanted to make it very, very clear that when people's backs are up against the wall, when they're put in a position that they need to figure it out and they need to figure it out quickly, they're going to move in very different ways than if it's something that they can put off, right? Than if it's something that doesn't really matter to them. Sense of urgency is if you have, for example, an upcoming test or a paper due or something like that when you were in college, right? You don't care about studying for the test or doing whatever it is that you need to do until the night before because there's no sense of urgency. There's no pressing due date, breathing down your neck. And that's what's important to create with your sales. How are you going to create something that people are in dire need of, or build some sort of timeline, time limit, sale or strategy that's going to make them want to invest now, that's going to make them want to invest quicker and have them feel that sense of urgency to purchase, right? So you want to think about how you are making that sense of urgency clear, again, across your sales pages, captions, and posts, right? Then the last thing is social proof, right? This is testimonials. This is screenshots of feedback. This is pictures of people with your product, people who have enjoyed your service, all of the things that are showing people, I told you my product and my service was great. I'm sharing why I love this thing, but here is a group of people who have gotten great results, who have enjoyed the product, who have used the product, who found great results with the service, and I'm gonna let them tell you how great I am. And that's always gonna close a sale more than you ever will, right? Because people are naturally already gonna be skeptical. They're gonna be skeptical because they know that you're trying to make money. Right? So if you are allowing your customers and your clients to take the stage and provide that social proof of, hey, look, not only do people buy from me and I'm a real person and they get what they asked for, they love their experience, right? That is why testimonials are so important to get. That's why it's so important to ask for your customers' feedback. That's why it's priceless when a customer posts your product or posts about your service on social media. It's because they're giving you that cosign. They're giving you that social proof to say, yeah, Emily says that she's great, but here is why she's really great, right? They give people another perspective, and they psychologically helps people to feel like you're more genuine or you're more trustworthy because you're not coming from a place of bragging, or you're not coming from a place of trying to promote yourself. Somebody else is genuinely raving about you. These 5 strategies are super easy to employ. It's tweaking your sales page. It's thinking about how you're talking about your products and your services on social media, or when you go live, when you're doing phone consultations, when you're at a networking event. Really using these strategies, and again, putting them in your life to a way where it's second nature and you don't have to think about them, right? When you meet somebody and say, hey, yeah, I'm a marketing consultant and I actually am running a sale this month. The next 2 clients that I take on, they're going to get $100 off. Whether the person was interested initially or not, their ears are going to perk up because of the $100 off, right? Or, hey, yeah, I would love for you to sign up for my gym. We're actually running a promotion today that anybody that signs up gets a free personal training session, right? You might offer the personal training session every day, but they don't know that. So by communicating that and putting, a sense of urgency, a time limit, making it scarce, showing the utility, that is when the sale comes to pass, right? People can buy planners and books and personal training and coaching and personal chefs and photography and all of these things at their leisure. It's your job to make sure that whatever it is that you are selling to them, you make it urgent, you make it scarce, you show why it's useful, right? You're showing how it's worked for other people, you're showing social proof, and you're really playing into that curiosity. This, again, does not have to be a super duper difficult project, right? It's just thinking about how you can implement these in your business. What are some of the things that you can do to really drive more sales, whether that's online or offline? Do some thinking. Let me know in the group. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always holla at me there. I'm so glad that you joined 5K and PJs, and I wish nothing but the best for you and your business. See you soon. Bye, y'all.